Hi, my name is Dawn Welch, and this is my diversity workshop. I decided to cover the topics of sexual orientation, mental health, and gender. In 2013, among U.S. adults, 96.6% of adults identified as straight, 1.6% identified as gay or lesbian, 7.7% identified as bisexual, and 1.1% identified as something else. There is an unwelcoming environment for the majority of LGBT students. 65% have heard homophobic remarks like fag or dyke frequently or often. 30% have missed at least one day of school in the past month because they felt unsafe or uncomfortable, or were verbally harassed in the past year was about 85% of students. Some of today's statistics: 9 million LGBT people are in the United States, more than the populations of Wyoming, Vermont, North Dakota, Alaska, South Dakota, Delaware, Montana, Rhode Island, Hawaii, and Maine combined. That's 3.5% of the U.S. population. 25.6 million are questioning, over 4 million are bisexuals. There are over 900,000 same-sex couples, and 194 of those couples are raising children. There are 697,000 transgenders. By comparison, there are 5.5 million Mormons, 5.3 million Jews, or 3 to 4 million Muslims. But unfortunately, even with these numbers, there are still 29 states where people who can be legally fired based on their sexual orientation, and Michigan, where I live, is one of those. From 1870 to today, 150 years of movement toward the recognition of gays and lesbians began to take place. Throughout history, LGBT people were present, identified in various cultures as two-spirit, deviants, or inverted. The first known case of homosexual activity resulting in a death sentence in North America occurred in 1566 when the Spanish executed a Frenchman in Florida. In the U.S., advocacy groups did not emerge until after World War II. There really wasn't a lot of support for gays and lesbians until this point. A lot of them were actually sent to death camps because, yes, you could serve in the military if we needed you to, but we weren't really comfortable with what you were doing. From the 1950s to the 1960s, gays and lesbians were at risk for psychiatric lockup, jailing, losing jobs, or removal of their child custody. It wasn't until 1973 that homosexuality was removed as an illness by the American Psychiatric Association. The 1990s marked a change where there was an era of gay celebrity power and media visibility. And a lot of us remember in 1997 when Ellen DeGeneres came out on live television, and it was very possible, and her job seemed very vulnerable, and it was a very risky move on her part. Famous performers like Elton John have also come out, and even though he really didn't need to, as a lot of people would say, he came out, and it caused a movement of people feeling like there are people of talent and incredible power that are still identifying as homosexuality. Maybe there's nothing wrong with it, and I think it began to become a change of like, it's okay to be out. In 2004, Massachusetts became the first state to perform same-sex marriages. And it wasn't until the 21st century that we really started to see a lot of this internet activism, where a lot of people were rallying on the internet and starting forums and trying to get attention for causes. In 2014, President Obama endorsed support for the LGBT athlete